Hello peoples, wargamers and whatnot. Back for another game of 40k, a new home table. I'm going to be playing Dark Angels again, 2,500 points against David's Iron Warriors and Lost in the Damned. Ooh. So without further ado, just to save messing about a little bit of time, it's going to be a Maelstrom game. It's going to be... which one was it?
Oh.
I can't remember which one it was. Anyway, some Maelstrom mission, and obviously the last two times the Dark Angels whopped the Iron Warriors, and this time they've come back, three times. Oh yeah, of course it is, sorry, 3 times I've pulled up the Iron Warriors, so...
well, one of those times was Orcs, thinking about it.
Oh, actually, yeah, well, that one doesn't count then, not in the case of the Dark Angel Iron Warrior thing. But anyway, more to the point, we're going to play a Maelstrom game, and we're going to take you through the armies now. We've set them up, just because to get that laid on nice and quick, but we'll take you through the armies quickly, and then we'll get playing and see what goes on. Alright peeps, see you in a sec. Okay mate, tell me what you got.
Okay, beginning from this end, we have one Land Raider with all weapons as seen, the Forge-World demonic possession of all of the Primordial and Iterator. It has a 10-man unit of Berserkers in there with a full 3 plasma pistols and 3 chain axes, 1 melt bomb, gift mutation on the champion.
Yep.
Then we have the Nurgle marked Chaos Space Marines.
Yep.
They're the same arm, same as normal, heavy bolter, flamer, champion with a bolt gun, bolt pistol and power fist, icon of despair.
Yep.
Then we have the first of the new boys, a 5-man unit of Renegade command squad.
Yep.
Who are there because I can't take anything else for a command squad in that army.
Right, okay,
I'm not allowed to take anything else for a command squad in that army, I have to have at least one.
Okay, yeah.
The 10-man cinch marked squad
Yeah.
with the icon of flame,
Yeah.
autocannon, plasma pistol, champion with bolt gun, plasma pistol and power fist, gift mutation. Gift mutation on that champion as well.
Yeah.
A sorcerer, level 2.
Yeah, there he is.
Also has melter bombs, gift of mutation,
Yeah.
force sword, bolt pistol.
Yeah.
My Terminator squad setting up this time.
Yep, okay.
Again, same as normal, heavy flamer, melter, combi melters on most of them, chain fists on all of them,
Yeah.
gift mutation on the champion, the Terminator Chaos Sorcerer, combi melter, force stave, melter bombs, gift mutation, level 3.
Okay.
Just so we know, he is taking from Heretic, he is taking from Sinisterium.
Okay, yeah.
50-man suicide squad of mutants.
Hey!
Mixed weapons, but I'm not going to say how many, but it's a mixture of las guns, auto guns, las pistols, auto pistols,
Strength
pistols,
3 AP Zilch basically. Okay, yeah.
Oh, and shotguns.
Oh, yeah, okay, but still AP Zilch, so model by model.
Those are Assault 2.
Yeah, model per model basis.
And one leader with a las gun, which has come off, but it's on his base.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, mate.
The las gun's there, it's on his base. He has Covenant of Khorne, which allows him to the squad to re-roll any failed wounds in the first round of close combat.
Nasty.
He dies, that goes. They also, their gift mutation roll, curse mutation roll gave them +1 strength, but at the same time they have to charge anything within 12 inches.
Right, okay, yeah.
Finally, 3 basilisks.
Yep, ouch.
Only upgrade they got is heavy flamers because that's the only thing that actually came in the box.
Fair enough.
And that is
reserve.
Oh, and in reserve...
The Hell Turkey. Yeah, okay mate, no worries. Right, well in that case then, I will just roll over here and I will take you through, my army. I'll tell you what, do what's on the table first, shall we? Because the other bits I haven't deployed just yet. Right, I have here in this building a 5-man Devastator squad, 4 las cannons, sergeant has a combi grav. Below them, 3 rapier quad mortars in a battery. I hope these guys are rather violent. First time I've used them, so new model syndrome and all that, but let's see how they do. Next to them, to provide some serious punch for the army, I'm bringing Mordred, a knight errant. Just the standard loadout, heavy stubber, etc. Next to them, I have a 10-man tactical squad in a Rhino. There's a grav cannon, grav gun, and the veteran sergeant has a combi grav. Next to them, I have a twin-linked las cannon mortis dreadnought, because I know I hate tail turkeys, and I know you will do too. A void shield generator with 2 extra layers, so that's 3 in total. That should hopefully provide a nice umbrella curtain. Next to that, we have a Razorback, no special equipment, just comes as stock, with Ezekiel, 5 tactical marines and a melter gun. Obviously they're actually on the reserve table, so I'll take them in a second. Coming over here, we have 10 sniper scouts. There's a missile launcher in there. I have veteran to sergeant. Now, Master Belial and 10 Deathwing Hammonators, one of whom has a cyclone launcher, rating in Deep Strike Reserve. A cheap land speeder with a multi-melter, because I had like 65 points left over, so I think they got something. I think I gave someone an all-spectral melter bombs or something. I'll check over my list in a second. And backing them up in case I need the Flying D is the Dark Talon. Right, okay, we're going to see... Oh, do you want me to see if I see... Oh, actually, I've got to deploy first. I've completely lost it. Right, I'll deploy it, and then we'll roll to see the Seize Initiative. Okay, and I have deployed. I've infiltrated my scouts up there. I don't know if it's a good idea. I guess we're just going to have to see how it rolls out. So here's my roll for Seizing Initiative. Come on, come on. No, 5. Okay, onwards with Chaos Scum Movement Phase Turn 1. And here we are at the end of Chaos Movement Phase Turn 1. We've just done the Psychic Phase as well, just because it was a little bit easier at the end of movement. The Land Raider has scooted up at full speed. He's doing 12 inches. Chaos Nurgle Marines moving up slowly through the ruins of the city. Tzeentch Marines moved up. Chaos Lord and his Termes climbed up onto the generators. The big mutant blob moved forward. Psychic powers, a lot of stuff was out of range for the nastier witchfiery type things, but my opponent did get some
blessings.
Yeah, blessings off. What did you actually get?
Okay, Boon of the Beast, which has caused me to now these will be ignoring through stunned and shaken results for the next until the next psychic phase.
Cool.
And Dark Invigoration, which means these also will not die until the next psychic phase.
Okay, then that is very handy. Right, okay, so we'll come back to you after the DACA has happened, and we'll see what happens at the end of Chaos. Well, I should just say Iron Warriors. Yeah, it'd be easier, wouldn't it? Iron Warriors shooting phase. And we are back at the end of Chaos Iron Warrior shooting phase. Really not an awful lot happened. The Land Raider was on snapshots anyway, so we try and have a little pop shot at the Mortis Dreadnought. Try and take him out before he takes out that Hell Turkey. Sneaky, but he missed, obviously. These guys ran forward a little bit. These guys stayed still. Terminators, well, they opened fire on the scouts, but only managed to wound one of them, and he made his cover save. The Tzeentch guys underneath, you might see they've actually started to run underneath the landing pad. I think those scouts are probably going to be in trouble, so I hope they get a good round of shooting off before they die. The meat shield blob just kept on moving forward like a bunch of dirty mutants. And the Bassies opened up. They opened up on my poor rapier quad mortars, wounding this gun down here. That's pretty much all they managed to do. Oh, did you roll the glance?
I did manage to take down one void shield.
Oh, that's right, because it's protected by the void shield generator. So the void shield is now on 2 remaining. I'll get to try and regrow one of that on at the end of my turn. Other than that, yeah. So it could have been a lot worse. But right, my turn now. So I'll tell you what. While I'm doing it, I will flip over my card, which is Secure Objective 1. Right, where is Objective 1? Ugh.
5, 4. Where did I put the other one I put down?
You might have had number 1 on I too.
One's over here.
Oh, one's over there. Okay. Okay. Right, I guess I'm just going to have to come back at the end of my movement phase. See you in a bit. Okay, and this is the end of Dark Angel movement phase. The Knight has moved up, as has the Grav Train in the Rhino. Ezekiel's Razorback just scooched forward 6 inches up there. Other than that, not a huge amount of movement because I'm really just concentrating on DACA at the moment. I'm seriously doubt I'm going to grab Objective 1 because it's right there. I want to thin the crowd of Berserkers out before I even think about it. So coming back at the end of Dark Angel shoot. Oh, I'm bypassing the Psychic phase because Ezekiel is in the Razorback, no fire points, and he's not getting out just yet. So coming back at the end of Dark Angel's shooting phase, and we'll see how many of these evil bastards we can thin out. And here we are at the end of Dark Angel's shooting phase. Kind of lackluster with one exception. Basically, the Knight fired his thermal cannon, hit the side of this Land Raider, but failed to penetrate it. It literally rolled a 1 and a 2. Like, so I couldn't believe how badly that works. Had to go with his heavy stubber into the Plague Marines, but again didn't actually stop. Sorry, Nurgle marked Marines. Make that distinction because it's quite important, people. Right. Okay. So nothing really there. Dev las cannons again unloaded into it. Scored 2 hits. Failed to penetrate. Really lackluster. Let's see. Ezekiel popped a couple of meat shield with his heavy bolter, but the real stars of this turn's firing. Oh, actually, hang on. The Mortis Dreadnought fired at the lead Basilisk, knocked a whole point off of it and took out the main gun, but since he has It Will Not Die, it's probably going to start fixing itself real soon. Or either that or the Chaos Sorcerer will start doing it for it. Real stars of the show. Oh yeah, the Grav train hosed down a few of those Inchmark Marines, but there's still a Sorcerer in there, so he's still alive and he could be a problem. But the real stars, they obviously didn't like being shelled, so they got their own back. They pumped, 12 small blasts into that meat shield blob, and they scored so many hits, they literally melted the entire 50-man blob with just barrages. Well, that's called me First Blood, which was, lovely. But other than that, fairly lackluster. I'm not going to go after Objective 1 just yet, because there's still a whole bunch of Berserkers in that plane train, and I want nothing to do with it. So, do you want to draw your card for next turn?
Yep.
Your tactical objective?
I get 41. If the mission is using mysterious objectives...
well, actually, we probably should do, thinking about it, because there are a few that have been discovered. So
if I don't actually know if the mission is using mysterious objectives.
Oh yeah, do you want to check that? I said we'll get back to you, and then we'll see what we get. And you drew Recon, didn't you?
Recon, yeah.
So we just found out that this one is a scatter field, the one in that building is a scatter field, and the one down there is also a scatter field.
It wouldn't surprise us if the last 3 were also scatter fields.
Yeah, probably. Well, it seems to be a scatter field type thing. But this one down here, that one in the centre, and that one in the tower have yet to be discovered. So not scoreable this turn. So I guess it's just trying to bring the pain train. So we'll get back to you at the end of Chaos Movement. And here we are at the end of Chaos Movement phase. The Hell Turkey is on. I tried to intercept it, got 1 hit, but failed to penetrate it. So it's coming in. It's going to burn my devs. Nothing I can do about it. The Land Raider rolled forward at maximum. So again, 1 turn's hopefully lasting against the Berserkers. We'll just have to see. Termi Lord, Chaos Sorcerer Lord I should say, and his Termi bodyguard jumped down from the generators. They're heading towards the landing pad. Underneath the landing pad, the Zinchmark Marines are moving forward. Not quite sure where they're going yet, but we shall see. See no more meat blob. So we've got the Bassies over there. They're down a barrage because one of them's lost its main gun, but Psychic Phase is about to come, so we'll see how we get on with that. And we are back at the end of Chaos, Psychic and Shooting turn 2. Wow, that was eventful. Again, the Land Raider just sort of rolled up here, took a couple of pot shots at the Knight. Again, didn't really do an awful lot. Really, the real star of the show, the Hell Turkey, flamed in there and managed to kill one of the rapiers and one of the crew members and put a wound on the other one. The devs were rinsed by just about everything that could shoot at them. They're losing 2. Let's see, the Rhino blown open, the Sergeant was killed, the rest of them managed to survive, but they've been hosed with a fairly good cross section of bolter fire, so they're thinned down a little bit. Passed in their leadership and staying firm. They're also not pinned. They passed their pinning check. This side, oh that's right, it was one of the devs was actually killed by the heavy bolter because it got psychic wibbled by the chaos. Scum. Those guys just sort of moved around a little bit, took a couple of pot shots. The basilisks fired, but the barrage scattered off the table.
But the good news is, of course, I do have the weapon's working again.
Yes, the weapon's working, still down a whole point, but it's working. So it missed, but it's working. We'll call it a ranging shot, shall we?
Oh, and I keep forgetting to shoot with them.
Oh yeah, what do they have anyway?
Just las guns.
I think they're a bit out of range, aren't they? Oh, against the scouts, you mean?
Yeah.
We'll just do that then. We'll do that, and then I'll tell you what. Let's just let people watch while we actually roll some dice and stuff. So how many?
Just 5.
Okay, hitting on.
Oh, they're actually hitting on 3s because they're good.
Oh, okay. Ballistic kill 4
They're one
then.
of the good shooting units.
Yeah, winning on.
Oh, they're only las, so 3 against
5s.
So it's 1. Just one.
One, and they have a 3-up cover save because of their camo cloaks. And one of them actually dies, which will be this one, who apparently is ginger. There you go, that will teach you, won't it? So less. No, not really. Right, so my turn, and I've got to draw another card because I haven't got objective 1 yet, but... okay, right. Secure objective 3. Okay, I'm going to do my movement and come back to you at the end of that. And here we are at the end of my movement phase before we go into the really exciting stuff. The knight has stomped round, he's looking for a charge at that land radar. It's only a 6-inch charge. So if I can't take it out with the melter, I'll just have to pop it with the good old Reaper. Right, let's see, other than that, these guys spread out a little bit, kept the grav staying still, so they've got some Dakar potential. I might have to have a go at that Hell Turkey because I don't see the devs or possibly the Rapier surviving another turn if it goes into hover mode. The scouts actually move round to the right hand side of the landing pad. Let's see, Ezekiel got out of the Razorback this time and he's got out with his boys. So hopefully that will do. The only real thing is the Dark Talon came on, my other reserves didn't. So I'm lining up some shots to try and give the Chaos Lord over there some Vortex in the face and see if he likes those apples. But we'll come back at you at the end of Psychic and Shooting turn 2 just because, you know, it's easier in a minute. And here we are at the end of Dark Angel's shooting phase, and wow, my goodness, what violence! The knight fired his thermal cannon and knocked a whole point off this with a penetrating hit and stunned it, so it's not going anywhere for at least a turn. Huzzah! Killed actually a Plague Marine with his stubber, but the real hilarity was just this unit, because they haven't moved, you know, or at least the heavy weapon guys haven't, so they just fucking hosed those Plague Marines. They're not there anymore, they're all dead. Wowee, completely ruined. The squad under here got Zekiel'd. He cast up some stuff. They're actually running with Psychic Fortress at the moment. He cast, Null Zone on the Chaos Lord and his Terminators, who got Rift Cannoned. He failed his lookouts and it insta-deathed him. And the guy next to him, unfortunately, so he's that was pretty good. The Hurricane Bolters didn't do anything though, which I didn't really expect them to. Let's see, other than that, the Quad Mortars over here ranged in some shots, didn't really do an awful lot. I didn't expect them to. They've had their moment in the sun, I think. And Hell Turkey is unfortunately unmolested. I did shoot at him. The devs had to go with the las cannons. Mortis Dreadnoughts are unavailable at the moment. They'll be back on online next turn. So
You want to...
oh, hang on, assault phase, I'm not done yet.
Alright.
So here's what's coming. The knight is going to have a go against that land raider. I need to kill it, and I need to kill it soon. Right, so we're going to get on with the assault phase, and well, hopefully, predictably, it should die. Catch you at the end. And here we are back at the end of the assault phase. The knight predictably wrecked the land raider. Shame I didn't blow it up, but these guys have come spilling out as an emergency embarkation. I've got this horrible feeling they plan on going through the doors and going after my rapiers. Don't really blame them because they've been a nuisance and they did take out that massive blob, but yeah, the knight is now free and it's looking at killing himself some berserkers. I don't know quite what's going to happen with the Hell Turkey yet. So yeah, and then we're going on to two things. First of all, I scored objective 3. Bam. Obviously, Warlord is dead, so let's slay the Warlord for me. And now I have to roll for the Void Shield generator, see if that comes back up. No, it does not. So just still on 2 layers and onwards with Chaos. Do you want to draw your cards? You've got another card to draw.
Yep. I get... Supremacy, D3 victory points if I control at least 2 objective markers and at least twice as many as you.
Okay, right, well, that could be doable. Right, we'll come back at the end of Chaos Movement phase and find out how we're going. And back at the end of Chaos Shooting turn 3, these guys opened up Plasma Pistol and some Bolt Pistols, killed one of the crew members but couldn't wound the guns themselves. Let's see, what else? These guys were protected from the Flamer by the Void Shield Generator. My god, 100 points, so worthwhile. I can see why people like these, they are glorious. Plasma Pistol shot blasted one of Zeke's bodyguard out of his boots. I expect to be a nasty charge coming along there shortly. Chaos Termies basically hosed again, couldn't really do an awful lot. They opened up on the scouts with their las guns but didn't manage to fell any of them. Basilisk fired, again, hit the shield, bounced off. So it's coming up for Chaos Assault phase. Let's see if they can pull it back from the fiery jaws of damnation. Or something like that anyway. Right, and we are back at the end of shooting and assault for the chaos because it's just like not much stuff left. The assault down here, predictably, they just completely murdered. I mean, the Skull Champion almost on his own took out the entire rapier battery. Didn't need the rest of them, but they murdered it to death with something. How many ungodly hits, wasn't it?
19 plus the Skull Champion.
Damn, that's horrific. That's nuts. So they did really well, wiped them out. Didn't do so well over here. It was a drawn combat. Ezekiel wiped the floor with the aspiring champion, unsurprisingly, and it was a 2v2 situation in the casualty. So it's a drawn combat, but Zeke would make them fearless anyway, so that's not the end of the world. So it coming into Dark Angel's turn 4 now, and that means that Master... Turn 3. Oh, beg your pardon, turn 3, because I'm after you, aren't I? So my turn 3, coming up in just a minute, I'll do my movement first and then get back to you for some action. And back at the end of Dark Angel turn 3 shooting phase. Right, las cannons fired at the Helldrake. These guys managed to snipe off that almost the last Nurgle Marine. Mortis Dreadnought shot, hit, failed to pen the stupid Hell Turkey. Over here, Razorback tried to fire off against the Terminator's hit, just didn't penetrate. It was down to the hero Grav down there to waste that unit of Terminators, but they're all gone now, so that's one less problem. Dark Talon and my Jeep striking Landspeeder came in, fired, penetrated, but only succeeded in immobilising that end Basilisk. Whereas these two failed to penetrate completely with the Rift Cannon, which is really quite surprising. I actually thought that would be spelled the end of pretty much that entire unit, because it could have been a destroyer hit. But now we come to the assault phase, because the Melter here tried to hit the Hell Turkey, hit it. Did he do any damage? It jinxed. That's right, jinxed. So I'm going to multi-assault and try and kill him and this little dude with stomps if I have to. I'll tell you what, I'll roll it now because there's not a huge point in me, because it'll be that assault and then that one. And that's all I'm really doing. So the Knight, come on, don't screw this up. It's 2 dice. 4 inches. That's enough to get into the primary target, which is the Hell Turkey. I might have to stomp him if that survives, which I seriously doubt. Right, so then it's just onto the assaults. So we'll come back after that's all resolved. And at the end of Dark Angel assault phase, predictably the Hell Turkey is dead. It actually managed to bounce a couple of the, well, at least one of the hits, but D3 damage, but down it went. Boom, it actually exploded and narrowly avoided cooking this dude, who luckily made his armour save. The Khorne Berserkers are still rampaging around at the bottom down there. I understand those poor Devastators are probably going to be dead next turn, or maybe they might ignore them and go after the Grav squad. Ezekiel took out the Chaos Sorcerer with his force. I cast force on his sword, so he's insta-whacked him, so he's dead. Or probably more likely having his foot, I'd imagine he's captured. But then you've got the Sergeant, another guy was brought down on each side, but they did lose by 1. They passed the initiative check just, so they're hanging on there. However, my opponent's going to have his turn next, but unfortunately, Master Blow on the Haminator Blobs will be arriving next turn automatically, and there's not much left for the Iron Warriors, so I guess we'll just have to come back and see how they do. Chaos Movement phase, turn 4.
Drawn, no.
And back at the end of CSM assault phase, one lone guy, the guy with the Grav Cannon, managed to survive, failed his break check, actually managed to outpace the Berserkers. He only ran 2 inches, so they've just consolidated. However, Ezekiel wiped the floor with those remaining CSMs after knocking the Sorcerer the fuck out, and then rolled over to take out... he's just consolidated over to there. So now Master Belial and the Haminator Blob are coming in, and I'm just going to pull a card and see what I can do with them. Back at the end of my movement phase. Dark Angel's turn 4.
Yep.
And we are back at the end of Dark Angel turn 4. Master Belial landed, and the frag missiles, because of his warlord trait, giving it to the squad, they're ignoring cover, so they fragged in. Luckily, what's that guy there?
Arch
Heretic?
Archdemagogue.
Archdemagogue is managed to look out, sir, so he's actually okay. Has he taken a leadership check, by the way?
Oh, not yet.
Need to take a leadership check for him.
I don't really know what his leadership is at the moment. It's
2.
Only 6.
Oh dear.
6, he's still there.
Still over there. Okay, well done. He's going to get a whole bunch of Deathwing crazy up in his face. Do you want to... no, hang on. It's in your turn. He has to start. And he's double ones. There was an assault down here. One berserker was completely cleaved in half by the Reaper. The other one tried to put a melter bomb on, failed to hit, but he's still alive. Even the stomps didn't kill him, which I got 3, so he managed to survive quite well there. Let's see, I think that was the end of the assaulting. Oh, over there, one closest to the Dark Talon, it got vortexed and it exploded. The other one is immobilised and has lost a whole point. Whereas the one over that one is just wrecked the multi-melter from the land speeder, finally taking it out. So although it can't move, it's still able to fire, so I expect it to drop it on something painful and unpleasant. So we get on with Chaos turn 5. I think this is probably the last one of the game because there's not much left for the Iron Warriors, but we'll see if they can score any objectives, because at the moment it's still a draw. I haven't managed to score any of the other objectives that I've pulled, so we'll see how we go. And back at the end of Chaos turn 4 pretty much. Basically, the only thing that really happened, you remember that the knight was locked in assault? Well, the basilisk, the sole remaining basilisk, decided, sod it, fired, trying to hit this little grav dude, scattered back, hit the knight, caused a glancing hit, so he's done a whole point, but actually wasted the skull champion who was trying to clamp melter bombs on his legs.
And
so
even though it doesn't matter anymore.
Oh yeah, and knocked down the void shield, one of the void shields, because it scattered onto the bubble. So yeah, there you go. So my last, well, it's turn 5. I don't think the game's going to continue much more than this, and I've got flawless strategy. Well, that is actually crap because I can't do that now because they've all arrived. So can't score that one. I've got objective 3, Kingslayer, First Blood, and as you can probably tell, Linebreaker. So all I need to do is try and get one of these 3 cards. I reckon I've got a pretty good chance of doing that. So we'll come back at the end of my turn. And we are back at the end of the Dark Angel's turn, and it's all over. The guys just ran, you know, Ezekiel and his guys and the scouts ran up, they're taking that objective. The last Basilisk was finally finished off by the land speeder, which has actually more than earned its points back, which is fantastic. Considering it was only a cheap 60-point throwaway suicide thing, it did really well. Dark Talon didn't do too badly either, persistent damage throughout the game, didn't get to drop its bomb. Master Belial, 1 point in it, failed his charge, but I still had a secure objective 1 in my hand anyway. I didn't get objective 5, which is a pain. Didn't get to get on my other cards, but the rest of them I'm okay with. That just rolled down there. That's what I said, already destroyed. Grav guy just ran into the building and did that, but I've since actually picked the model up. So yeah, we're all done and dusted, and it looks like the battle for this world is over, mate. So guess the Iron Warriors are going to have to go find somewhere else to pick on. Well, anyway, we'll get back to. Hope you enjoyed the battle report, guys, and hopefully we're going to start a little narrative campaign for you all soon. So we will be back, different planet, probably picking on somebody else next time. I think we're taking on my sisters next, wasn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, we're going to see how that goes, and hope you enjoy that, guys. Because my sisters haven't been on the show and channel for quite a while, so be interesting to see how they get on against the Iron Warriors. Until then, Ave Imperator.